Oh, hello there. I didn't see you come in. I was just reading about one of the most important events in American history, the American Revolution. Let me tell you about it. Wait, you already heard of it? Well, too bad. I'm going to tell you anyways. It all started in April of 1775 when the British heard about an American munitions storage in Concord.
700 British soldiers marched to Concord to destroy the supply base, but their arrival would not go unnoticed.
Hey, it's Paul. Yeah, the British. They're coming. Okay, bye. Time to die, piggies.
Got any threes?
Go fish.
Dang it.
Got any threes?
Dang it!
I got a call, guys. Oh, hey, Paul. Yeah. Yeah, the British? Okay, we'll be ready. Time to gear up, guys.
Yay!
Stop. Lexington is as far as you can come, British scum. Oh, yeah? Form up, man.
What was that?
Who shot?
Who was shooting?
Fire, men! All right, on the Concord.
Oi. Mate, what was that?
Not sure. Hey, sounded like a musket shot.
Hold on. Do you hear something? Joe? Joe? Where did Joe go? Steve, come here. Steve! Steve's gone! Steve and Joe are gone!
Once the colonial militia chased away the British, it became clear that the American Revolution had begun. Then, on June of 1775, one of the bloodiest battles of the American Revolution occurred, when the colonists were sent to fortify Bunker Hill against the British.
Hey, sir? Sir, the sign says Reed's Mill.
Are you questioning my ability to read, Private?
No, sir! Let's go with it, man. Sir, British are reforming for another assault. You almost saw the bullets as well, sir.
Darn it. Don't shoot till you see the whites of their eyes.
Yes, sir.
Form up. Fire.
No, George! Bobby and George! Ah! Sir, we're out of ammunition.
And the British are still advancing.
Dang it. All right, retreat. And don't worry about the British. I'll cover you.
I say we honor his final wish.
Your Majesty King George III of Britain. The Americans have fortified themselves at the Battle of Bunker Hill, and the British won, but with 1,000 British casualties.
These colonies have been a thorn in my side for far too long. They are now obviously in open rebellion. It is time for us to squash them like the worms that they are. Subjects, we are now at war.
Despite Britain's declaration of war, the immense numbers of British casualties at the Battle of Bunker Hill boosted American confidence in winning the war and ended all hope of reconciliation. So, on January 15, 1776, a man by the name of Thomas Paine published the pamphlet Common Sense, which provided powerful arguments towards declaring independence from Britain and establishing a republican government of liberty. This pamphlet increased support of the revolution in the colonies.
Yeah! Take this, Britain!
Wait, what? Oh! Oh!
Freedom!
On July 4, 1776, Thomas Jefferson and a group of colonial delegates forged the Declaration of Independence to officially declare their separation and their reasons for it. This document created a point of no return for the Americans, and also served as a basis for many other revolutionary movements around the world.
All right, Jefferson. Looks good to go. Looks like it's ready to be sent to the king.
Agreed.
Mr. Hancock, will you do the honors?
Of course.
Mr. Hancock?
Mr. Hancock, sir.
Hold on, almost done. I want to make sure the king can see this with their glasses.
Still 55 more of us. You know.
What do you guys think? Think you can see that?
Definitely visible.
Big and bold.
I agree.
I like it.
Let's send it.
How small can you write?
Now that war was officially upon the American colonies, George Washington took charge as the commander-in-chief of the American Army on May of 1775. Through his strong leadership, George Washington held his army of uncertain, untrained, and inexperienced militiamen together through the bitter defeats and hardships of the first few years of the war. Weakened by abandonment and losses, George Washington, on December 25, 1776, at midnight, led his ill-equipped troops across the Delaware River. From there, he launched a surprise attack on a group of 1,400 German Hessians, who surrendered to the American onslaught.
Phil! Phil! Ed! No, Ed! Phil! I surrender!
1 week later, on January 2, 1777, the Americans scored yet another victory against a British force of 8,000 at Princeton, with only 7,000 men. These two victories led to an influx of enlistment, strengthening the damaged Continental Army. Pushed to desperation, the British devised a clever plan to take control of the Hudson River and cut off New England with 3 separate forces moving towards Albany, New York. However, one force was defeated on the way.
Does this gun look clogged to you?
One went to the wrong city.
Yes. We finally made it to Philadelphia.
But sir, did the orders say Albany?
Shut up. We're conquering Philadelphia.
Yes, sir.
And the last one marched alone into Saratoga, New York, where it was defeated by the Americans in October 1777.
But something feels wrong. Where are the other British? Surprise! Oh, crap.
So, will the French help us in defeating the British?
Wait.
This colonial victory convinced the French and many other European countries to provide direct military assistance to the Americans.
All right, new recruits, you are running. Go!
A German general by the name of Baron von Steuben came to America to help train Washington's army. He whipped the untrained militiamen into a disciplined fighting force.
Private, drop and give me 20. What are you looking at? Keep going. You can't do 20 simple push-ups?
No, sir.
After Saratoga, the British realized that they could not win in the north, so the British general Cornwallis moved his conquest to the south. Then Congress sent the fighting Quaker Nathaniel Greene to slow British progress through a hit-and-run tactic called guerrilla warfare.
Let's go!
Because of Nathaniel Greene, the British were removed from the Deep South and drastically weakened, forcing them to occupy the last British stronghold at Yorktown.
General Cornwallis, the Americans and French are pushing us too hard. We won't be able to hold much longer.
All right, men, retreat to the peninsula. The British Navy will reinforce our position.
September 28 through October 19, 1781, George Washington and his French allies besieged the British at Yorktown,
Billy!
until finally General Cornwallis was forced to retreat.
The peninsula! You'll never take me. The British Navy will reinforce me.
What Navy?
Because of the American victory, Britain decided to surrender. In the year 1783, the British signed the Treaty of Paris, giving the colonists the freedom to govern themselves and granted the Americans complete control of all the land west of the Mississippi.
Just get it over with.
Oh yeah, it's on here too. And here.
Take your stupid declaration and go. I'm tired of signing.
All right, I think that's everything. Oh yeah, and your middle initial on the back, please.
Glad we're rid of you, colonies.
All right.
So how did a ragtag team of colonists defeat Britain, the most powerful nation on earth at the time? Well, I'm glad I asked myself. The first reason is there was an entire ocean in between them, so Britain did not know of the American geography or fighting style. They could also not get a large enough army to cover an entire continent. And secondly, the Americans had a better reason to fight. They fought for freedom and to defend their homes. And finally, the pressure from war expenses and the lack of help from the Loyalists brought the British military to its knees. I hope you enjoyed this story about the American Revolution. And who are
Your
you?
fault. All my friends, you and your stupid story, and all my friends are dead. Phil, Ed, Joe, the guy I like, I can't remember his name. It's your fault.